Hello, I'm Quinn Keon.
And I'm Rich Smith, and this is
Real Hunting. Right, it's about 11:30 in the morning. Currently driving over to my friend Tom's house. We had a late night last night. About 12 hours ago, we wrapped up a search for a deer that he shot. He said it was a pretty nice buck, and he just caught it back too far. So we found some blood last night. The blood led out to a power line. We lost the blood there. Power line goes directly to the river. We walked the power line both directions towards the corn and toward the river. When we walked it toward the river, there was a deer on the other side of the river laying down. Still alive, looking at us, and we lit it up for quite a while. Never went anywhere, it just stayed there, so we're kind of hoping, really hoping, that that's his buck and we can recover it today. So I'm heading to his place. We're gonna look around for a little more sign, probably put the boat in the water, and head over to that island and see if we can find a deer. I'm heading out on Tommy's land. He sent me a text and said that he was already out here looking around, so brought my binoculars out so we can look across the river before we try to make any decisions about going over there. All right, so what are you finding out here today, Tom?
I'm finding no blood. You can't find the blood trail to pick it up coming across the power lines. So I guess we just go kind of slow and see if we can find where it crossed.
Well, I looked across the river by where we were looking at that deer last night with the binoculars, and I don't know, you got to look at it, because to my eye it looks like there might be a deer laying to the right of that tree.
Well, let's do that and see what we got going on over there.
All right.
That way we can get the boat going.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's worth investigating.
When I move side to side, I can tell it's behind the weeds. It's not part of the weeds.
It is behind the weeds. Looks.
And we know there was a deer right there last night watching us, so I can see the weeds blowing right now, and it looks like it's...
It could be a log too, but I can't.
Yeah, it could be a log. That big tree.
Yeah, it was like laying right just 5 yards to the left of that.
That big tree, and he was right down there behind the weeds. There's something.
Well, the only way we're gonna find out is go get the boat, get back here, and try and find out.
Yep, let's do it.
What a buck, Tom. Yeah. Oh, oh. Did I tell you he was wide or what? I'm gonna have to bleep you so much. Sorry.
Whoa. Oh, now I wish I had the other camera with me.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll get him back. We'll tell the story.
Sorry about the swearing, brother.
That's all right. We'll bleep it. We'll make it family friendly.
Unbelievable. That's real hunting right there.
Look at his muddy legs.
Wow.
He got over here and he sank. So he was here looking at us last night. We were right across the river there, and he didn't move.
Thank you.
Yep.
You did the right thing.
You know, he's a 2.5-year-old, but he's super wide for 2.5.
That's what I said. That's why I said, now that's my deer.
Yep. I've seen the 7-pointer on home is about that wide that I've been seeing. Well, your shot there looks like a liver hit. That's where it came out? Oh yeah, I see. You said you angled forward on him, but yep. Caught him back.
Through that way.
So your arrow poked through the other side. That's a nice big deer, Tom. Nice buck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for your help.
We got to get him field dressed. We got to get him tagged, and what a great day, man.
Awesome day, dude. Awesome. Good time.
Now when we get done with him, you can go help me track my buck.
Did you get one this morning? Are you kidding me?
No.
Nice. Right on, dude. Where'd you get yours?
Dad's woods, down by the river.
Big?
No, he wasn't big. I think he's 2.5. He's not like that 2.5, but
Nice.
he, I wasn't going to shoot him, but then I saw 4 on the side, and the next thing I know, there was an arrow going through him, so.
Good job, dude. Nice.
All right.
Day.
All right.
All right. Heading back to Tom's on the water. This is so cool. What a neat experience. We still got another buck to find. All right, so we got the work done on Tom's deer. Now, I didn't do any pre-roll this morning because I was running behind. I got in the woods late, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But I did make a shot on a deer, and I think it was a real good hit. The only problem is my arrow didn't have much blood on it. So what I did, I brought the laptop, Tom. So what I'm going to do, show you the camera angle of what happened this morning and see what you think. All right, there you go. Another beautiful Michigan morning here. It's October 12th, and I was up really late last night because I was helping my friend Tom track a deer. I decided if I was going to take the day off work to help him track a deer, I'd better be hunting this morning. So out I came to a river flat that I have not been on yet this year, and early in the morning there was some chase activity going on again. Second week of October, we still got chase activity going on. And this buck stepped out 15 yards, and I could see, you know, a tall white rack, but I didn't know what he was. And I know there's a one-antlered tall three-point around, and I didn't want to shoot him. And I really wanted to shoot a 4 on the side buck for my first buck to fill my restricted tag, my Michigan 4 on the side restricted tag. So later in the morning, as things developed, I saw this buck and I thought, well, you know, he's not as big as some of the other ones that I've seen around, so I'm going to pass on him. When he came toward me and turned broadside, I could clearly see that he had 4 on his right antler. So I decided, actually I didn't even decide. To tell you the truth, it was just all instinct. It all just kicked in. I didn't say, oh yes, I'm going to shoot him. I saw 4 on a side and he was broadside, and I put a shot on him. I didn't think any of it through. I just did what felt natural. And I think that's the important thing, you know, is that I feel very good about shooting that deer, even though he's not one of the bigger ones that I've seen this year. Because the opportunity was there, it developed, and this was a quality hunt for me. I know we hear a lot about quality deer management, but I think we need to focus a little more on the topic of quality hunting. And I've been trying to shoot older deer since 2008 now, and it's a lot more stressful. It's a lot more work, and I let an opportunity pass last year that I really wish I would have made the shot. I didn't make the shot because it was a small buck, but that would have been a very enjoyable hunt for me, and it would have been a great way for me to build a memory. And I passed on it, and I kicked myself for it. I've been kicking myself for a year for passing on that little buck last year just because of the circumstances. So the circumstances today unfolded, instincts kicked in, and the arrow went where it needed to go. And that's really all that matters. Now, speaking of the arrow, I have the arrow here on my bow, and it's not very bloody. I don't know what to think about that. Second one in my quiver, right here, and it's got some blood on the feathers, but it's not like really bloody. So, I had a lot of deer down there this morning. Even after I shot that buck, I had a lot of deer around, and I had to be very careful to not get busted. So once all the deer moseyed off for at least 30 minutes, I decided to get down. So I climbed down out of my stand, and I snuck 15 yards over to where I had a perfect broadside shot on a 2.5-year-old buck and recovered my arrow. I tried to roll footage of getting the arrow with my camera. My batteries are dead. So I'm freaked out right now because I'm thinking, man, I sure hope I have that shot on video because my batteries are dead. Got my arrow, and there's not very much blood on it. But when I shot him, he just took 2 hops and was stood there for a little bit. And so I was looking, and I could see good blood on the ground where he stood. So the plan now is to go home, get some lighter clothes on, and I'm going to meet up with Tom. We're going to put the boat in the river. We're going to go over to that island, and we're going to see if we can find his deer over there. We don't know that that's his deer. We lost the blood well before the river, but experience tells us that that deer may have gone toward the water. The quickest way to get there was down the power line. We were looking there, and there's eyes on the other side of the river. We stood there talking. We stood there with our good lights, lighting up these eyes for 5 to 10 minutes, and they never went anywhere. They just stayed there. So we got our fingers crossed that that's his deer, that it is recoverable, and hopefully it doesn't need a second arrow today. But we're prepared in case that happens. So that's the plan. We're going to go see if we can help Tom out, and then we'll get done with that. We'll break the news to him and see if he'll come help us out too. All right, we're heading down into the woods to find my deer, and I've got Gavin with me. Picked Gavin up from school since he was just getting out at the time that we were coming here to do some tracking. So it's been a great day so far. Hopefully we make this a double deer day today. This is where my arrow was stuck this morning, right there. Was that went through? Yeah, and then he ran back here and stood.
Ooh, nice shot, Dad. See?
Okay, Gavin, do your thing. I don't know where that spot is. I could see it this morning. There was a bunch of blood back here. I guess it doesn't matter as long as you've got little drops, just follow them. There's some. See, it's getting dry now. Oh, right here. See, look. It's just not as visible now because it's getting dry. Gavin. Slow down. I'm thinking heart shot.
I'm thinking absolutely hard shot. That much blood in the dark red.
Yeah. Blood, G. You still got blood. There he is. Very cool. Very cool. Nice. Alright. Do you want to hold that? Hold it real still. That's a nice exit hole right here. Right there. A third of the way.
Nice.
So. Yeah. Not real big, but I'm okay with that. Blood just pouring out of it. Still. Cool. I'm gonna grab my tripod and we'll do a little wrap up on him.
Okay. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you. Congratulations to you too.
Thanks.
So he's not that 8 point. He's a 7 point.
Does he have a tine on this side?
try and grow one. No. Weird. He's very similar to the 7 I got last time. My entrance hole. Nice shot, dude. It looked like you hit him. I know, it looked like I hit him lower, didn't it? Yeah. In the video?
I think you put it right through the heart.
Can you get a shot of that? Can you see that, Gavin? From your angle? That's a good shot.
Very good.
But he was standing still and looking away. I mean, it all just happened, you know?
Those are the easiest ones. Well, I say easy, but...
Alright guys, so we went from last night having a very, very difficult tracking job that we completed successfully today to a very, very easy tracking job. This guy laid down a very easy blood trail, we'll put it that way. You know, Tom's buck that he got last night was way bigger than this one. This is to me, to my eye, this is a small 2.5-year-old. He's not a 1.5 years, but he doesn't quite have what I wanted out of a 2.5. However, you know, just because I'm seeing other bucks around doesn't mean I'm going to get an opportunity at them, and that's not the most important thing to me either. I'm not hunting for score. If I was hunting for score, I'd never shoot a deer in Michigan. I don't think that, well, Tom's shot a couple that are scoreable bucks. I've shot one that just barely didn't make 100. That's the biggest one I've gotten. I don't know, there's a lot of talk, like I was talking earlier, about quality deer management. Well, what is a quality deer? To different people, it means different things. You know, I understand what their goals are, and they are all at the trophy stage of their hunting development. To me, I think we need to focus more on quality hunting. You know, what is a quality hunt to me? Is it shooting a 130-inch deer? Well, sure, that would be awesome. I have a spot downstate that I could hunt that might give me that opportunity, but it's right in somebody's backyard in a subdivision. That's not a quality hunt to me. That wouldn't be a quality deer. This is a quality deer. This deer came out. I said, nah, I'm probably not going to shoot him. And when he came running in, I saw 4 on the one side, and the next thing I know, there's an arrow going through him. I mean, it was just all instinctual. You know when it's the right deer. Sometimes I've passed on deer that I thought were the right deer, but I didn't shoot it because it wasn't big enough. I regret those moments. We have a lot of younger viewers. I'm finding that out through YouTube. We have a lot of younger viewers. And the one thing I want to tell you guys especially, you young hunters, you go out there and you have fun. Don't listen to what other people tell you to shoot or not shoot. You go out and you shoot what will make for a quality hunting experience for you. If it's shooting a doe, getting your first doe with a bow, then you go out there and you do it. If it's shooting a spike to get your first buck and you want to shoot that deer, you go shoot it. Good for you. We don't have to follow all these other people's limitations that they're trying to put on hunting. There's a whole lot of talk about antler point restrictions in Michigan. Now, this guy meets an antler point restriction for the 4 on a side tag. However, he doesn't meet it for the purpose of the 4 on a side tag, which is shooting an older deer. He's 2.5. He's not real wide. He doesn't even make 12 inches. But I guess my point is quality hunting shouldn't be overlooked for bigger racks. This today was one of the best hunting days of my life. I got to start it out last night. I got to go to bed around midnight, starting my day today, okay? After a very depressing night that left us marginally hopeful because we saw this deer laying down across the river and we thought maybe that's Tom's buck. We recovered Tom's beautiful 8-point today, which by quality deer management standards is a little buck. And now I'm out here with Gavin. I just got to pick him up from school. My tracking buddy Gavin. I'm out here with Tom in a woods that we used to hang out in as kids down here in a different part of the river. And it's just an awesome October day. It's October 12th. That's the day I shot my very first buck with my bow, and filled a 4 on a side tag, shot a 7-point. He's not huge, but I gotta tell you, this is a quality deer. And this was a quality hunting experience for me today. So you guys go out, do your thing, figure out what you need to feel like you had a quality hunt in the woods. Good luck, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.